Good morning. I'm glad to be back here. We have Ella J, Christmas and Ella J behind us this morning. Glad to be back this Monday morning. Let me get my music going off here. BKP, it's Monday morning. And we're back. Thank you for joining us on FYNTV.com. I am your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We're here for 2 hours every day, Monday through Friday. On Friday, we'll be at the Vault in downtown Blue Ridge, broadcasting there. Make sure I got everything going. Okay. Monday through Friday from 8 to 10. Now, we got some big announcements. We're going to bring them to you today. To apologize or not to apologize? That is the question. I mean, when you get that should I apologize look, and I don't know, I don't think I'll apologize. Apologize or not to apologize? Let's start out this morning on a very serious note. I do know through the Thanksgiving holiday, I don't want to give all the media be negative to all of the media, but we want to say, let's put the picture up there of Scott Cooper Dayton. Scott Cooper Dayton is the first. Scott Dayton, identified as the first American to die in Syria combat, a 42-year-old Navy sailor whose many decorations include a Bronze Star, has been identified as the first member of the American Armed Forces to be killed in combat in Syria from the Defense Department. This is Friday. The sailor's senior chief petty officer, Scott C. Dayton, lived in Woodbridge, Virginia, and was assigned to a bomb disposal unit based in Virginia Beach, the Pentagon has released. Scott is, he entered the Navy in 1993. He has been, we said that he has been assigned to the explosive ordnance disposal mobile unit. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Scott and his family as they go into the holiday season. So we just wanted to open the show and remember Scott this morning. So that's our first casualty in Syria. Go ahead and take that down there, Cole. You know what? We're in the midst of. I have. Let me tell you what I have at 8:30. A little bit we're going to do on the show. We're going to talk about the cabinet that Donald Trump is picking. We're going to talk about the Golden Girls. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a minute. We're going to talk about where we found Hillary. We found Hillary roaming around. We're going to talk about that. At 8:30, I hope to have, and it's always something, she runs a small business. She doesn't know what all she has on her plate from day to day, so she can't make some of the commitments. Okay. She can't make all of the commitments all the time because of her small business, but we have reached out. We hope to have Lee Snover on the phone from PA this morning at 8:30. Hope to, if she doesn't have something go on. If she doesn't have something go on that she can't be with us. She is she was a delegate to the Pennsylvania Republican Party to the convention. Then she worked to flip Northampton County, PA from a blue county to a red county during the election. Now she's one of the electors, is that what you would call it, in the Electoral College for Pennsylvania. I want to see if she's had any threats on that. And also, we're going to talk about the recount today. So we're going to try to have her on at 8:30 just to see if she's getting any threats or how much pressure she's getting being an elector, right, in the Electoral College. All right, so that's what we got. That's what we got going on. A little bit of everything today. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. A couple things we have happening. You can now get this show on our YouTube channel. So you can go on FYN TV, Fetch Your News. You go to FYN TV, Fetch Your News, and you will you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and that will let you know if you're a subscriber anytime FYNTV.com is broadcasting live. That's number one. Number two, you can also, we're running live on Facebook now, so you can like our Facebook page or find us on Facebook and like us there. And we're on FYNTV.com, so that's one thing we want to announce. We got a couple new shows we're going to be launching here very soon. One being the Katie Sassine Show. We're going to give you some more details on that. We have a new show. A lady by the name of Katie Sassine is going to be launching a show real soon. We're going to tell you about that. Cole did a demo broadcast with her, was it been a week now or a couple weeks ago, Cole? It's about 2 weeks ago. So we're going to be launching that real soon. We're going to be launching the first Monday in January, a noonday newscast for North Georgia. It will only be a 1 hour from 12 to 1. It'll be at 12 to 1 Monday through Friday. It will be dedicated to North Georgia from Gilmer County, Pickens, Fannin, Dawson, Lumpkin, White, Union towns. If it's in North Georgia, it will be a 1 hour newscast just for North Georgia from noonday news from 12 to 1. We're launching that the first Monday of the year, so we're excited about that. And we got a couple other shows we're going to be talking about. We're going to get our program lineup together because we're pretty sure that the first Monday in January we're going to be doing about 5 hours a day of live broadcasting starting here. So, all right, just about the time I want Cole to put some pictures in or do something, he wanders off.
Mixing spark.
You're mixing your spark. You need to get your spark early. I mean, you need to be ready. I mean,
you usually got the coffee earlier than that.
You have to get your spark. Now, where's that picture of Hillary? You get that picture?
The one where she went out?
Yeah, we caught her out. Where was she at? This is the one where we caught her at the liquor store, right?
Yeah.
She has no makeup. Hillary's at the liquor store picking up a little more booze. She's been drunk now for 3 weeks, going on a month. Bill can't get her sobered up. Caught her at the liquor store. Look at that. Yeah, she put her teeth in and went to the liquor store. I'm sorry, just saying. I mean, you know what? I might be her age one day and have to put my teeth in and go to the liquor store too. Just saying. So let's get. All right, now let's get the second half of the Golden Girls. Jill Stein.
Jill Stein?
Yeah, you got that one? There's Jill Stein.
There's Jill Stein.
She's a candidate from the Green Party. Hillary was the candidate from, what was that party's name? The Democrat Party. The Golden Girls there, can you put both of them up?
Yeah.
Okay. They're together here, and they're doing a recount, all right? Now, they're doing a recount, the Green Party is, in Wisconsin, all right? Wisconsin, and they need $1.1 million by November 25th for Wisconsin. They've done that. Wisconsin is going to, their election commission is preparing to start the recount. Pennsylvania, they have to have today by 5 o'clock their paperwork in. Looks like it cost $500,000 to do that one. And Michigan, they got to have the paperwork in by November 30th, and it cost almost $600,000 to do that one in Michigan. They have to have the paperwork in. Now, let me just say, if you don't understand a recount, and if you don't understand what a recount is, every state has, and every state has a percentage factor within 0.5%, within 0.1%. There are automatic recounts. Okay, it costs the state a lot of money to do a recount, but within 0.1% or something like that, they have their number. The state automatically has to do a recount. Okay. Outside of that, if a candidate, just so we're clear, if a candidate wants a recount, all right, if they want a recount, they have to pay. There's a fee each state has in place that a candidate can challenge an election and they can get a recount. But it costs. They have to bring everybody in, they got a cost. All right. So the Green Party, Jill Stein, the Golden Girls there, Hillary and Jill Stein, have decided, Jill Stein's Green Party, I'm on her page now, they have raised $6,230,000, 452. You know, Cole, you know, I guess these are dumb pills I take. These are dumb pills, because every time I take one of these, I mean, do you realize we sit here and we try to bring honest, clear information concerning what's happening in the world today? And if we would have just started a fund for recount, if we could have just said, hey, Hillary got done wrong. Do you realize that? 3 weeks ago, if we'd have said, hey, Hillary got done wrong, we'd have started a little fund for a recount, that they would have been sending us $6 million.
What?
Right?
What?
I mean, we could have raised $6 million. Why the hell are we here telling anybody the truth about anything? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I do not know why we are here attempting to bring the truth about anything. $6 million to, and the goal they want to reach is $7 million. And if they don't do the recounts in all of them, okay? If they don't do the recount in all of them, the extra money goes to the Green Party, which then can be used in different ways. So it's a Green Party fundraiser, but you are watching, go ahead and take the Golden Girls down there if you don't mind. We are watching the, the shaking of the foundation of the Republic here right before your eyes. Look, folks, how dare Hillary Clinton, how dare Donald Trump unify the country? How dare he do that, okay? As the Dutch would say, he daresn't do that, all right? Why? I mean, they cannot stand to see the unification of this country. Overall, this country is prepared to unify. And they can't take it. They have been the split in the country. Okay, they have led the disunification of the country, all right, for how many years now, and they can't take it. They can't take it. You have seen all the reports on, you have seen all the reports where everybody's playing the video that, how dare Donald Trump not say he would accept the election results. But now, I want to know from you, 706-889-9700. There's two questions this morning. 706-889-9700 or chief@fetchyournews.com. Are you okay with Mitt Romney? This is my question this morning. Are you okay with Mitt Romney being Secretary of State? Are you? Okay, there's the three things I want to look at this morning. I want to know from you. 706-889-9700 or chief@fetchyournews.com. Are you okay with Mitt Romney being Secretary of State? That's number one. Number two, do you feel he has to apologize to Donald Trump's supporters? Forget anybody else. Come out and say, you know what? I owe the American people that voted for Donald Trump an apology or what? Do you feel he has to apologize? There's three things this morning. Do you feel he could be Secretary of State? And do you think Kellyanne Conway went rogue in her tweets and some of the things she said on the morning shows? Do you think she went rogue? Or, last but not least, do you think Donald Trump has the media spinning their heads off and this is all orchestrated? See, I don't think Kellyanne Conway is just going to go out there and do something. the media is saying to you, they're telling you, the media is telling you that, Giuliani, okay? Now, these are the two city slickers, Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani, city slickers.
I haven't heard of that in a while.
You remember that movie?
Yeah.
City Slickers? Okay. Yeah, these two city slickers. So you think that Giuliani's out there and there's quotes in the New York Times or wherever where he's doing interviews. Do you think he's going rogue and he is really auditioning for a job with Donald Trump when they were together every single day on the plane? Do you not think at one time on this plane, Donald looked over and said, Rudy, this is how we're going to play this? I don't know. Anyhow, but my big question is 706-889-9700 or chief@fedyournews.com. Would you accept Mitt Romney as Secretary of State? And do you think he needs to apologize? And what's your thought of some of the other picks that he has? Now, I like Donald Trump on Twitter, okay? And I agree with him. If the media is not going to do it, just say it. And he's going to talk to the American people. All this stuff about a recount, there's serious voter fraud in Virginia, New Hampshire, and California. So why isn't the media reporting on this? Serious bias, big problem. This is Donald Trump tweeted out. I'm going to retweet that real quick. I'm hitting a retweeter. All right? Is that what it is, a retweeter? Retweeter? Anyhow, at my age, and I'm saying stuff like that. Anyhow, I agree. The voter fraud of illegals, the list goes on, that voted in this past election. And Jill Stein's worried about 31,000 that she got in Wisconsin. Okay, let's see. Donald Trump said, states instead of the 15 states that I visited, I would have won even more easily and convincingly, but smaller states are forgotten. You know what? He went to the states to win the election. If the popular vote, let's just end this now. If the popular vote was the way to go, Trump would have changed his campaign focus, and they would have poured some money into California, and they would have poured some money into the Northeast, where maybe they would not have won the state, but they would have came up with some couple million more votes. So the argument on the popular vote just doesn't settle. Now here's the one I like the most. And this is what I like. Let me go here first, okay? Donald Trump failed his first diplomatic challenge, his first opportunity. Donald Trump failed his first opportunity to be a true diplomat. And this is one of the reasons that I don't think he's going to change for the most part of what everybody is trying to say, okay? Fidel Castro is dead. I'm with him. I mean, you have these people, you've got, is it Trudeau or whatever his name is up in Canada, slobbering all over Castro, the Castro family in Cuba. You've got all these people romanticizing about Castro. He had a great education, health care plan. Look, he was a brutal dictator that killed his own people. And Donald Trump said it's very simple. Fidel Castro is dead. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 words. Fidel Castro is dead November 26th. I'm with him. I see no reason to waste time. And diplomatic relations, we are not doing business, as somebody said, we're not doing business with the people of Cuba. They want you to believe that we're doing business with the people of Cuba, and Obama has normalized relations, and so on and so forth. But that's not the case. That's not the case. We're doing business with the government of Cuba. So let's see what Raul, right? Is that Raul Castro? The only thing that could be better Now I know you're going to say this is not nice, but that's not my intention here. My intention is not to be nice, okay? The only thing that could be better than this is that Fidel and Raul Castro is dead. That's it. That's it. The Castros are gone. That's the only thing that could be better. Let's see what, I haven't watched, let's see what everybody does as far as sending, let's see what Obama does if he'll send John Kerry down there. That would be good, right? Send John Kerry down there, you know, to strengthen diplomatic relations with the brutal dictator's family. Anyhow, I'm your host, BKP. Castro is dead. You know, I'm listening to all of this talk about Trump's cabinet. And the media is determined, first of all, with his family business. Folks, it's not against the law. That is what's got them upset. Now, supposedly, Peggy Noonan has written an article saying that Trump should be the true patriot, okay? Now, I like Peggy Noonan, but this is one I don't agree with. Trump should be the true patriot. Now, this is the left, and some of these writers want to determine what a true patriot is, that Trump should liquefy everything, just everything, and be the true patriot and run the country. Now, see, you have to understand what you're witnessing here. And stay with me on this. You have to understand what you're witnessing. You are witnessing the media, okay, the left, the establishment, career politicians. You go into government to get rich. You go in as a community organizer like Barack Obama, and you leave with millions and millions of dollars and houses and $1 million houses, and you're wealthy. So you go in on a, you know, this only in America can a community, not only in America, you know, maybe you could be a brutal dictator somewhere and take over the country in a coup, you can do all that. But only in America, right, where you can become a community organizer. You can go from there, you can go from community organizer to a state senate. I think he was Illinois state senator, okay, to U.S. Senate by basically default of a low-life Republican that got, you know, put in prison or whatever. There was a U.S. senator, Republican senator in Illinois, as usual, they got to go to prison. And then Alan Keyes runs for Senate, so you just back in and fall in to U.S. Senate, and then you're only there 2 years and you fall into the White House. Now you're a that's how you become rich in this country. Through government. I mean, people, if you don't think socialist, oh, forget it. I can't go there. I don't have time. But that's how you do it. See, somebody that is a billionaire, now you're going to say, well, George W. Bush was, you know, he had his own businesses. Much different, much different. George W. Bush was not Trump, Donald Trump. Okay, if George W. Bush would have entered the White House, okay, with the same business interests as Donald Trump, it would have been a lot different. Trust me. The reason you're hearing it with Trump, this is a private business owner that went from $1 million that his dad gave him to $5 billion, $4 billion, $7 billion, $10 billion. I mean, everybody argues over that. So we'll give Trump his $10 billion. He's a proud builder. He has built a business that is going to last. His children run the business. He has grandchildren. Okay, he has several grandchildren. And why should this guy dissolve his business and liquidate it? Okay, why should he? Because they cannot stand capitalism, folks. They can't stand it. They hate it with a passion. I mean, everybody right now, the way the left looks at it, everybody right now that checked into a Trump hotel this past weekend and played golf at a Trump resort this past weekend, you only did that And there was something about it wrong because Donald Trump's companies made money off of that, and he is the president-elect. They can't take that, folks. You can't make money. You must. It's ridiculous that they're asking him to resolve his business. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, like I said, at 8:30, we're hoping that Lee calls in. If she does, we've got a couple things. My headphones are not over here, by the way, in case you got that already.
Yeah, I'll plug it.
All right. I got to trust Cole to do it. My nerves are shot. Anyhow, we're hoping at 8:30 she can call. We've asked her to do that. Maybe she can't because I said she got a small business. But I want to ask you a question. We're talking about Trump's transition team, Mitt Romney, and but here's somebody nobody talks about anymore. Nobody talks about that. Remember when Obama went in, let's look at some of his picks. Kansas, right? Let's go to Kansas. Secretary of Health and Human Service. Okay? You got that picture up there?
Yeah, there she is. I'll fix that.
That's Kathleen Sebelius. Remember Kathleen? I mean, I just started going through Obama's picks. I said, the heck with the media and start looking at, everything Trump is doing, education, Mitt Romney. Let's look at a little bit of what Obama brought you. Kathleen Sebelius. Interesting. And what's Kathleen Sebelius doing there? I think she is giving testimony to either Congress or she's at that remember the great White House healthcare summit? Remember that healthcare summit? She is Secretary of Health and Human Services. Okay, Kathleen Sebelius. This is the lady that helped usher in Obamacare. She went all through this country lying for him, lying for Barack Obama, lying you could keep your doctor, lying about everything in Obamacare of how it worked. Remember her? Remember Kathleen Sebelius? Now, let's go to Healthcare Summit 1. You got that picture?
Yes.
Throw Healthcare Summit 1 up. Here you go. Oh, there is a picture. Let's go from left to right. There is that. Remember the Healthcare Summit? Okay, there would be Barack. That's Barack. And Joe and Nancy. And is that, let's see, let me get my glasses on. I can't see from here. Is that Mitch McConnell? Well, hell it is. No, that's Harry Reid. Well, sometimes you can't tell the difference. They all look alike. I mean politicians. I mean low-life politicians. That's Harry Reid and Steny Hoyer. So let's see. If we could get rid of, Barack, Steny Hoyer, since that healthcare summit, there's 5 that need to go. Let's go to healthcare summit number 2 real quick before we go to commercial. Watch for that phone.
It's just big so we can see it better.
All right, there's the next one. Okay, look at that one. There's Kathleen Sebelius, and there he is, Mitch McConnell and John Boehner. Joe, I just wanted to bring up a couple people that we never talk about. The media's talking about everything else under the sun. Take that picture off. I'm going to take a brief break. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I want to look at some of Barack Obama's candidate. Look, here's the point I'm going to make this morning, okay? You know what? You're out there. You supported Donald Trump. I'm happy you supported Donald Trump. But some of you are, off with his head, off with his head, off with his head. You yell, oh my God. And the Twitter world and the Facebook world is lighting up over Mitt Romney. Just do yourself a favor. Go back just 8 years and look at the cabinet picks and what happened. You remember, go with the Treasury Secretary. Just real quick before we go there, you got the Treasury Secretary?
What's his name?
Its name starts with a T.
Oh, here it is. I got Mass Library for the rest of it.
Oh, there it is. Isn't it Financial Stability and Recovery? Tim Geithner. Financial Stability and Recovery. Remember that? Tim Geithner, what'd they call him? TurboTax Tim Geithner? Folks, we're going to look at a couple people today. Okay? Barack Obama, what he brought in. Now, I'm not going to say we accept anything. I'm not going to say that we accept anything that, Donald Trump puts in front of us. I don't want to just go blindly and do anything, but folks, right now, some of the people that are getting all bent out of shape about Donald Trump's picks, I think you should spend one day, go back 8 years, and look at what Barack Obama gave this country in total for the last 8 years. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I will be back after these brief messages. We're going to look at a couple more things. What else we got here today? Let's see. Why didn't the media tell you why Obama won Iowa 2 times? I'll tell you when we get back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show.